And a chance for everyone to get some. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Here with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And patrolling the sideline for us again tonight, Allie LaForce. So the net starting five. Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. Fleury is out there with Demon. And it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. It's going to be Claxton shooting. That one on Vucevic. Greg, no secret that these teams don't like each other. Could things get a little chippy tonight?
It would not surprise me at all, Kevin. These teams, not only fierce rivals, but there's a little bit of animosity for one another. Throw in the fact that both these teams play in the same conference. Yeah, I'd say the spirits might be high tonight.
And that one falls for Claxton. Here's Boston now. It's a three-point game. Brown outside. Back to White. Clock is at 3. The 3. Porter pulls it in. And it's Porter with the ball for Brooklyn. Pass to Demon. Here's Clowney. Now here's Porter. Launches it. And it's Demon missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
A model of consistency, Stan, for many years, Vucevic.
Yeah, look, Vucevic has been scoring, rebounding, and passing at a high level really since he's come into this league. One of the most skilled big men in the league and sort of a model for the next guys that have come around.
Now here's White. He has been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Here's Brown, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Yeah, and there's his patience paying off. Brown waited until the right moment to go on the offensive.
Porter with it. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Brown. Vucevic is screen on Porter. And here's Brown outside. Out to White. Fires the 3. They get it back. Here's the 3. A rebound by the Nets. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
They just got overwhelmed. We knew that game was going to be a tough one for them, and we were right.
Well, it's never fun when you're expected to lose a game. You just got to put it behind you, not carry it into the next one.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot. Derek White is an impact player, but is he a star in this league? White said, "I'm not into labels. I just know whatever the team needs, I'm ready to do it. And what does this team want from him?" He said, "Be aggressive, don't defer." And hearing that from great players, it just gives you confidence. Back to you.
Truly an impact player. Thank you, Allie. So it's Brooklyn now after Jaylen Brown's miss. Demon, that's good.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
And here's Brown outside. That doesn't go either for Brown. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Trailing here by 8. White, good.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
Now for Boston, their last game, a loss to the Nuggets. Pass to Clowney. Here's Demon. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Shireman. White the pass to Brown. And the Celtics another 3.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the three, it really opens up this offense.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. To the inside. Demon, that's good. Demon's got 8.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Brown deciding where to go with it. Over quarter, and so the first quarter's in the books. Nets lead by 4. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
So for Brooklyn now, they've got Sharp. Powell is out there with Terrence Mann. Then it's Williams. And it's Wolf in at the power forward position. Boston trailing. And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of 2 super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with a treasure trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again.
Showing great vision and delivering the pass out in front.
Pritchard passes to Gonzalez. Back to Pritchard. No good. That would have tied it. Nets leading by 3. It's Powell on the wing. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Williams' shot is off. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Cada, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. A point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
Clowney, and Pritchard pulls it down.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Brown, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
From deep. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. They traveled to Brooklyn last time they faced the Nets, and they came away with a win.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
Yeah, at the end of the day, a win is a win. But you know they want to play a lot better this time.
Powell with the screen. Shorey. Powell against White. White with the defensive effort. For Boston, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. I know some would classify Derek White as underrated. Dan, what's your read on him?
Well, Kevin, I would say he was underrated for a long time, but now I think we've all gotten smarter, and we all realize Derek White is one of the best guards in this league, period. I don't think he's underrated anymore, and I just think it took us a long time to catch up with how good he is. And that shot is a confidence builder for Porter Jr. When he's hitting these, you know he's feeling it.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Vucevic checked in for Boston. Sam Hauser comes in for Pritchard. And then for Brooklyn, Nicholas Claxton comes in for Zaire Williams. And Demon subbed in for Powell. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. White looking around. Back to Vucevic. Nice ball movement by Boston. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
With the drive.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
The shot, no good.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
That's to Demon. Here's Traoré, 6 to shoot. And here's Porter, shoots the 3. Rebounded by Vucevic.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down to 1 in the bucket from Brown.
That's just Jaylen Brown putting in the work in close.
Here's Traoré, still yet to score. Pass to Porter. Here's Traoré. Here's Demon. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. It's the Nets leading by just 1. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our midseason Eastern Conference standings.
You know, right now for the Nets, they haven't looked intimidating thus far. The hunger to improve just isn't there. That worries you. I'm starting to feel that this team needs a culture change.
And taking a look now at the Brooklyn Nets. They're in a close contest.
Let me tell you guys, there's nothing better than playing well on the road and hearing that silence.
Yeah, in many ways, they've looked like the more comfortable team. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. It's a one-point game. Sam Hauser is out there with Brown. Then there's Derek White. And it's Vucevic. And it's Shireman in at the 2. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Brooklyn with the ball. After the miss from Vucevic. Shot clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. That one goes. Count it. And the Nets lead by 3.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Pass to Shireman. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Here's Traoré. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Back to Porter. Here's Traoré, White covering, and that one's good by Porter.
Well, year in and year out, Porter is so consistent from 3.
Stan, Michael Porter Jr. is a crucial piece to this offense.
Oh, he absolutely is, Kevin. First of all, we know that shooting provides space for other people to operate, and he certainly does that. But Michael Porter Jr. is also a very timely cutter and gets his share of easy buckets.
Celtics trail by 6. Here's White. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. White's got 5 now.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Down low. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Put your hands together for Celtics Entertainment.
Moment now to check out some numbers from Michael Porter Jr. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Hauser. Nice ball movement by Boston. Cash money. Brown with the tray.
Brown does a nice job of staying ready and making himself a weapon off the ball.
Here's Demon. 12 points for him. On the wing, Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Traore. Shoots over Vucevic. Traore can't hit. Celtics trail by 3. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you. Those who worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. And the Nets with possession here. After the miss from Vucevic, count that one. Claxton's got 5 points so far.
Well, the screen is what gave him space to make his move.
So the wing on the left. Hauser the pass to White. Three-pointer. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
Inside, it's stolen by Brown. 52 seconds left to play in the third. Shireman, the shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 3rd assist on the night. And Claxton throws it down.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him, and you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Now here's Brown. He's got 10. Back to White. The 3. Drills the three-pointer. White's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, we've seen an uptick in volume from White at the arc. He's more confident than ever from that range.
Here's Traore. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. To the middle. Here's Claxton, and the layup's good off the glass. Claxton's got 6 points in the quarter.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
There's Brown with the 3, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And we've reached the end of the third. Nets lead by 4. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Williams, also Powell out there, sharp out there with Porter. And it's Wolf at the power forward. Shot's good by Williams.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Now Pritchard. Brown outside. Here's Walsh. 5 on the clock. Off target from three-point range.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Powell finds Sharp. Back to Powell. Near the three-point line. It's Porter. Again, the Nets for 2.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
Pass to Queta. Here's Walsh. Now Brown. Over Williams. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. On the wing, Porter. Back to Powell. Plays it up and banks it in. Powell's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. Point blank, he wants better shot selection. He told them, we're settling guys. Come on. We're not being patient out there. We're not working the ball around. That has to change right now.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Here's Vucevic. Outside, White. White a screen. Hauser the pass to Brown. No good again that time.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Puts up the three. Does not go in. Celtics trail by 11. Now Vucevic. Brown inside. Porter's there. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
Well, he's so potent offensively. It's easy to draw up plays for him.
Now Porter, and out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Nine-point game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Well, that's excellent initiative by Brown. Seeing a lane open up and attacking.
Here's Traoré. Claxton. Oh, great touch off the pass.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Porter with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Down it goes for three.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Now, here's Brown. Brown gets it done inside.
Hey, Jaylen Brown is a strong dude. He takes the hit and completes the play.
Jaylen Brown at the line, shooting one.
And that one misses.
And when you talk about Jaylen Brown, you have to bring up his two-way ability. He's a pure scorer who can also guard the opposing best wing. There aren't a lot of guys like Brown in the league.
Clock at 6. Paxton a screen on Brown. Vucevic pulls it down. Celtics trail by 10. Outside Brown. Does not go. Brooklyn's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Nets.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And with this win, they bring the season series to an end, guys, with a split 2 games apiece.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Michael Porter.
Well, that work he's shown on the glass has been spectacular. You love to see that as a coach.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Brown right side. So it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. And now we present the player of the game, Michael Porter.